Hi Jason, welcome to smartData.
Thank you.
And I have a few questions to ask you. So now, I'm sure you must have a vision when you agreed to get in partnership with us. Was this proposal of joining hands up to your expectation?
Yes. When I looked for someone to actually start helping me develop my sort of online e-commerce was new. It was about 14 years ago, and looked at someone helping us share that journey and work out how to actually do online business. And then I reached out and started searching some companies, found about 3 companies in India, and smartData being one of them, and then thought I'd fly over and meet the companies, and after meeting AJ, I thought this is the company to work with.
Okay. And as you told me earlier, it's been 14 years for this partnership and it still continues. So how has been your entire journey, and was it something strengths of our team that helped you to refer clients to smartData?
Yeah, look, it's something that a lot of the stuff that we did, and especially going back over 10 years ago, we just had ideas, and the good thing working with smartData was you had an idea, you wrote the brief, and then the team here at smartData would make it happen. And some of the stuff, it was pre-shopping carts. We were one of the first companies in Australia to get online credit card transaction. It took us about 3 months to get the bank to sort it out because it was one of the first. We built one site, patchmagnets.com, smartData built it, and realistically 12 months later it's what you call a shopping cart. And now shopping carts are drop and drag. You know, it's very simple to do a shopping cart now.
Do you foresee renewing your contract with us?
Yeah, we still do. We still got projects. You guys have just delivered AtTrack, which is electronic tracking, which is an app. We used to have devices which you guys helped me develop. We had them made in China, and then we were using mapping to actually map our walkers delivering leaflets. And then in the last 2-3 years, we did our Android version as an app, and we've just finished the Apple version. Yeah.
Okay. So what was it like? There was a gap in the providing software labor or software developers in Australia, or was the price too high over there? So we fit in over there.
It's price.
It's price.
It is price. We have good developers there, but it comes down to price. It comes down to team knowledge, and even if you're using a company in Australia to do development for you, hopefully they're using offshore workers as well, because it's where the knowledge is, and that's one thing with India. You guys throw out a lot of good engineers and software developers every year.
And also the in-house development just cost much than what we outsource.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So was there anything we could have done better, like in the past 14 years, or you want to suggest it in the next coming years?
Oh, I think smartData has improved like all good businesses. Where I was 14 years ago, where they were 14 years ago, we get better at developing our processes and systems. We get better at managing our teams. Technologies move forward. It's easier to manage teams. It's easier to measure outputs in development of software that's gone through so many changes and different methodologies of delivering the coding and so forth. So the industry's grown. It's certainly grown.
You are a managing director, an entrepreneur, and also a member of the EO, the Entrepreneur Organization, and part of the think tank group, the Unstoppables. And the Antarctica presentation was fabulous and really. So can you share some suggestions on how to strengthen our service in Australia, not just in software, but also as in person, as a leadership qualities?
Sure. One thing with the Australian market, and that's how I first met AJ, was Australians like to deal face to face. And even though offshoring and outworking and outsourcing is very big, and one thing I think that smartData does as well, and what I really pushed AJ to do, is have an on-continent, on-Australia presence, and having smartData staff there working with companies is a great way to get a project delivered, get understanding, the culture. When we're flowing out smartData staff and they've come and worked in the office, they get to know the staff, they get to know the products, they get to know the process, they see it firsthand, so then it's very easy to understand what's required for delivering of a purpose-built software.
Okay, so that was all of my questions. Is there anything you want us to be familiar with or tell us?
No, I think smartData is great. It's great to be here and see the next building being built. We haven't seen
Yeah, sure.
that.
We'd love to like see you over there too.
Yeah. So, and no, smartData is doing a great job and growing throughout the world. And some of the software and that you have shown me, wow, it's amazing what you're delivering.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.